the entertainment world has been shaken to its core. What was once believed to be one of the most beloved and stable pairings in the Korean drama and celebrity world has suddenly been clouded by uncertainty and sorrow. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun, two names that fans across the globe have linked together in both real and real life, are now at the center of an emotional storm following a farewell that no one saw coming. It began quietly, without the dramatic flair of paparazzi photos or official announcements. The first whispers came from a small fan gathering, where several attendees claimed to have seen Lee Min-ho behaving in an unusually reserved manner. Those who know his public persona know he is warm, confident, and effortlessly charming. But on this day, his smile seemed distant, his words softer, almost heavy with unspoken meaning. Later that evening, a series of photographs began circulating online. They were taken by fans who had attended what seemed to be a wrap-up event for a project that Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun had been working on together. In the images, Lee Min-ho can be seen walking alongside Kim Go-eun, their steps in sync but their faces telling a different story. Kim Go-eun's eyes, usually sparkling with laughter, appeared misty, while Lee Min-ho's gaze was fixed downward, his jaw tight. It was the video clip, however, that set the internet ablaze. Only a few seconds long, it captured the exact moment Lee Min-ho turned toward Kim Go-eun, reached out as if to hold her hand, then stopped midway. Instead, he gave a faint smile and bowed slightly, a gesture filled with both respect and finality. Moments later, he walked away, leaving Kim Go-eun standing there, her head tilted slightly as though trying to process what had just happened. Fans immediately began dissecting the footage, frame by frame. Theories flooded social media. Was this the end of a close friendship? Was it the quiet goodbye of two people who had shared something deeper than the public ever knew? Or was it a scripted moment taken out of context? The answers seemed to grow more complicated as more information emerged. An anonymous source, reportedly close to the production team, claimed that Lee Min-ho had been under tremendous pressure from multiple directions, personal obligations, upcoming projects, and, most notably, the demands of his management agency. According to this source, these pressures had strained his relationship with Kim Go-eun, whether platonic or romantic, to the point where a separation of some kind seemed inevitable. For fans, the idea that external forces could influence something so personal was infuriating. The hashtag #LetThemBe began trending within hours, with fans urging both agencies to allow the stars to live their personal lives without interference. Kim Go-eun's silence on the matter only deepened the mystery. While Lee Min-ho's behavior hinted at a farewell, Kim Go-eun remained poised, attending scheduled events and maintaining her usual professionalism. Yet, those who have followed her career closely noticed subtle changes. Her smile didn't quite reach her eyes, and her once playful banter in interviews seemed more measured. Then came the interview that poured fuel on the fire. Speaking to a fashion magazine, Lee Min-ho was asked about his thoughts on moving on after completing a significant chapter in life. His response was simple but loaded with emotion. Sometimes, the hardest part is not letting go, it's knowing you have to. Fans immediately linked this statement to his recent interaction with Kim Go-eun. Message boards lit up with emotional posts, some expressing heartbreak, others offering support, and many clinging to hope that this wasn't truly the end. One particularly striking post from a longtime fan read, "We don't know what they went through, but what we saw in that goodbye was real emotion. Whether they're saying farewell for now or forever, you can't fake that kind of connection." The emotional weight of the situation didn't stop there. At a later event, Lee Min-ho was spotted wearing a small bracelet, one that sharp-eyed fans recognized as a gift Kim Go-eun had given him during the filming of their last project together. To some, this was proof that the bond between them had not been severed completely, that perhaps this goodbye was more complicated than anyone outside their circle could understand. Meanwhile, media outlets scrambled to get official comments. Both agencies released carefully worded statements, avoiding direct answers and focusing instead on the professionalism and mutual respect between the two stars. But for fans, these statements felt hollow, crafted to protect public image rather than shed light on the truth. The emotional tension surrounding this situation reached a peak during a charity gala both Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun attended separately. The seating arrangement placed them at opposite ends of the venue, but cameras caught fleeting glances exchanged between them. At one point, during a speech, Lee Min-ho appeared to glance directly at Kim Go-eun, his expression softening for just a moment before he looked away. Those moments were enough to send the fandom into another frenzy. Screen captures of their glances went viral, accompanied by captions like "Still connected" and "Some bonds never break." Yet, just as quickly, opposing theories surfaced, some arguing that these glances were nothing more than polite acknowledgments between colleagues who had shared a successful professional run. The truth remains elusive. What is clear is that the farewell, whether it marks the end of a chapter or the start of a new one, has deeply affected not just the two stars, but millions of fans around the world. The emotional investment in Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun's connection runs deep, fueled by years of on-screen chemistry, rumored off-screen closeness, and a genuine warmth that has always radiated from their interactions. In the weeks since the farewell, fan communities have created tribute videos, compiling moments from interviews, behind-the-scenes clips, and their most iconic scenes together. These compilations are often set to emotional music, with comment sections filled with heartfelt messages of gratitude, sorrow, and unwavering support. Some fans have taken a more hopeful approach, pointing to past celebrity pairings who drifted apart only to reunite later, both personally and professionally. They remind others that life in the entertainment industry is rarely linear, and that sometimes what appears to be an ending is simply a pause. As time passes, the initial shock is slowly giving way to reflection. Fans are beginning to recognize that while they may never know the full story, the impact of Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun's bond is undeniable. It's in the way they've inspired millions through their performances, the way they've sparked conversations about love, friendship, and the pressures of fame, and the way they've shown vulnerability in moments when the cameras weren't supposed to be rolling. For now, the world waits, watching for any sign, any small gesture that might suggest a new chapter is on the horizon. Whether or not that happens, one thing is certain: this goodbye, however final or temporary it may be, has left a mark. It has reminded fans of the fragility of connections in the public eye and the quiet, heartbreaking beauty that can be found in even the most unexpected farewells. In the end, perhaps that is why this moment has resonated so deeply. Because beneath the fame, the headlines,